Horoscope predictions.
Aries.
Aries today brings a shift in focus toward the structure of your day-to-day life and how your responsibilities are aligning with your larger goals. You may feel as though your energy is being pulled in different directions: work tasks, personal commitments, unfinished conversations, but the challenge now is to slow down just enough to make choices that are strategic rather than impulsive. You're naturally wired for action, but today's energy rewards discipline, not speed. There could be a decision you've been putting off. Something small on the surface, but important in its ripple effect. Like rearranging your routine, setting a boundary, or finalizing a plan that keeps getting delayed. You'll notice that the more organized your environment feels, the easier it is to think clearly. This isn't about perfection, it's about direction. In your relationships, you may find that communication carries more weight than usual. Someone could come to you expecting a clear answer or accountability, and while you might initially feel pressured, this is actually a moment to strengthen trust by showing steadiness rather than quick reaction. There's power in measured responses, and that's where your growth sits today, knowing when to assert yourself and when to listen fully before speaking. Financial or professional matters could also surface, asking for mature handling and patience. Take time to ground yourself through physical movement, a practical task, or even quiet reflection. You'll close the day feeling more in control, more anchored, and clearer on what deserves your focus moving forward. Your lucky colors are red, gray, and gold, and your lucky numbers are 3, 14, and 26.
Taurus.
Taurus, the energy surrounding you today highlights your values, what truly matters to you. Not just in words, but in how you live each day. You may be assessing your work, finances, or emotional investments, wondering whether they still match your long-term vision. If something feels misaligned or unbalanced, this is the kind of day that makes you see it more clearly. Your instinct will be to stabilize, to find the middle ground between comfort and progress. You might need to make a practical decision about resources, money, time, or energy, and this requires patience and awareness. It's not a day for impulsive choices. It's a day to slow down and weigh options carefully, trusting that consistency will serve you better than chasing quick outcomes. In your personal life, this grounded tone may extend to relationships as well. You could feel more introspective, noticing whether certain dynamics are adding peace or tension to your world. If you've been putting your own needs on hold to maintain harmony, today encourages you to realign. Honest but calm conversations can bring clarity, especially around shared goals or mutual expectations. A friend or loved one might also show support in ways that remind you how far you've come in building stability around yourself. As you move through the day, focus on practical forms of self-care, cooking a real meal, organizing your space, or reviewing plans for the week ahead. You'll end the day feeling grounded and secure, ready for the next step. Your lucky colors are cream, emerald, and black, and your lucky numbers are 7, 18, and 25.
Gemini.
Gemini, today encourages a deeper look at how you communicate and manage your mental energy. The pace of the day may feel fast, with multiple conversations, messages, or decisions demanding your attention at once. Your natural curiosity thrives under this kind of stimulation, but this energy is asking you to channel it with focus. Rather than scattering your efforts across too many tasks, you'll benefit from choosing a few priorities and giving them your full attention. There may also be a situation where your words carry more influence than you realize, perhaps at work, in a negotiation, or within your personal circle, so clarity and honesty will matter more than charm. The ability to follow through on what you say will define how much progress you actually make today. On a personal note, emotions could surface through your interactions with others, especially if you've been avoiding something that needs to be said. This isn't necessarily conflicted about clearing the air so you can move forward without confusion or hidden tension. You may feel torn between wanting lightness and realizing that deeper conversations are necessary to keep relationships strong. Take time to slow your thoughts, journal, or get outside to reconnect with your body when the mind feels overstimulated. A small act of mindfulness, like a quiet cup of coffee or a walk in silence, can help you reset. By evening, you'll likely see the rewards of communicating clearly and thinking strategically rather than impulsively. Your lucky colors are blue, white, and bronze, and your lucky numbers are 9, 20, and 33.
Cancer.
Cancer, the flow of this day brings focus to your sense of stability emotionally, financially, and within your closest relationships. You may feel a stronger pull to get things in order, whether that means tidying up your space, resolving a lingering responsibility, or creating a plan for the next few weeks. The need for security feels louder today, and though that might bring a bit of pressure, it also gives you motivation to take tangible steps toward peace of mind. This could include handling an overdue conversation with a family member, reviewing your budget, or setting up a more consistent routine. It's not about rushing results, but about giving structure to what has felt uncertain. You'll find that even the smallest act of organization can help clear emotional weight, bringing a sense of calm back into your day. On a personal level, today may also highlight the balance between what you give and what you receive from others. You might notice a pattern in how you show up for people, sometimes overextending, sometimes retreating when things feel too heavy. The energy now encourages steadiness instead of emotional extremes. Someone close to you could bring up a practical matter that needs resolution. And while your instinct might be to protect your feelings first, try to focus on clarity and teamwork instead. Your natural empathy is a strength, but boundaries make that compassion sustainable. As the day winds down, creating a peaceful home, environment, lighting a candle, preparing a comforting meal, or simply enjoying silence can restore your energy and perspective. Your lucky colors are beige, silver, and dark green, and your lucky numbers are 6, 12, and 27.
Leo.
Leo today invites you to take a practical look at your commitments and how your time is divided. You may feel a tug of war between what you want to do and what you need to do. And while that tension might seem frustrating, it's an opportunity to create better balance. There could be professional matters requiring follow-up, unfinished tasks asking for your attention, or even someone expecting a decision from you. It's easy to assume leadership in moments like these, but what truly matters today is patience and consistency. The more you manage your energy wisely, the easier it becomes to move through the day without feeling stretched thin. You might also recognize that your long-term success depends less on dramatic effort and more on small, dependable actions done with care. In your personal life, this grounded influence might show up as a call to reevaluate how much of yourself you've been giving away to others. While you're known for generosity and warmth, today's energy reminds you that you don't have to light up every room, you just have to keep your own flame steady. Relationships benefit from your attention now, especially if there have been misunderstandings or mixed signals lately. A Simple, genuine talk can smooth tension more effectively than grand gestures. You may also crave quiet at some point in the day, a sign that your body and mind need rest after recent busyness. Take it. A short pause won't dull your fire, strengthens it. Your lucky colors are gold, white, and brown, and your lucky numbers are 5, 14, and 32.
Virgo.
Virgo, the tone of today asks you to focus on progress rather than perfection. You might notice that responsibilities or unfinished details are weighing more heavily on your mind. Yet, instead of trying to fix everything at once, this is the perfect moment to take things one layer at a time. Work matters, personal organization, or even health routines could take priority. And you'll find that staying grounded in realistic goals helps you avoid burnout. If something feels chaotic, simplify it, break a big task into manageable steps, or delegate where you can. Your practical thinking is your strength today, and the satisfaction that comes from completing even a few tasks will boost your confidence. It's a day to get back on track, not to judge yourself for what's left undone. On a more emotional level, you may feel drawn to reflect on how much of your energy is being spent in service to others versus nurturing your own peace. It's easy for you to fall into the rhythm of helping, guiding, or fixing, but today calls for equal attention to your personal needs. A conversation or message may bring clarity about something that has been uncertain, perhaps related to plans, timing, or expectations. Handle it directly and calmly. You'll feel lighter once things are defined. Later in the evening, grounding activities such as cooking, journaling, or simply cleaning your space can help you process the day and release mental clutter. You'll end the night with a sense of quiet satisfaction that comes from steady effort, not perfection. Your lucky colors are navy, ivory, and forest green, and your lucky numbers are 3, 11, and 28.
Libra.
Libra, today's atmosphere feels steady but serious, pushing you to look more closely at how your choices are shaping your future. The focus lands on responsibilities, financial, personal, or professional, and how well you've been managing them. You might feel as though others expect more structure or accountability from you right now. And while that can be uncomfortable, it's also a valuable opportunity to show maturity and follow through. A conversation about boundaries, commitments, or shared resources could come to the forefront. Rather than avoiding it, step into it with clarity. You'll find that being direct, even about uncertain details, earns you respect and clears away tension. This day isn't about quick results, but about building trust through steadiness and reliability. On a personal level, this energy may also reveal where balance has been slipping. Perhaps you've been overextending for others, or maybe you've pulled back too far to avoid confrontation. Either way, today helps you realign. Relationships benefit from open, practical discussions that focus on how to move forward rather than rehashing the past. If work or obligations are overwhelming, simplify your priorities and focus on what truly matters rather than trying to please everyone. You may also feel called to restore order in your surroundings, which can bring surprising calm. A cleaner space or well-organized plan can do wonders for your peace of mind. By the end of the day, you'll likely feel more grounded in your choices and clearer about where you stand. Your lucky colors are gray, pink, and olive, and your lucky numbers are 4, 16, and 30.
Scorpio.
Scorpio. The energy today draws attention to your long-term vision, what you're working toward, and how you're using your time to get there. You might feel more aware of the gap between where you are and where you want to be, but that awareness is a gift. It helps you make concrete adjustments instead of relying on willpower alone. This could be a day filled with planning, strategizing, or reorganizing your focus, especially if you've been spread too thin. You might also find yourself handling serious conversations about money, work, or shared responsibilities. Even if the tone feels heavy at times, it's helping you establish stronger footing. Rather than chasing instant solutions, think in terms of sustainability, what's small. Deliberate actions can move you closer to stability. Emotionally, this can also be a day of self-awareness. You could catch yourself examining how much control you hold on to in certain areas and realizing that letting go, just a little, might actually bring you peace. The people around you may seem more sensitive or reactive, which can test your patience, but also gives you a chance to practice empathy without compromising your boundaries. You may feel driven to make something more efficient. Your schedule, your workspace, or even your relationships, and the motivation to refine what's not working is strong. You'll close the day feeling accomplished if you've used your energy for focused, tangible progress rather than intensity for its own sake. Your lucky colors are burgundy, silver, and black, and your lucky numbers are 5, 19, and 27.
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. The tone of this day is more grounded than you might prefer, but it's exactly what you need to create traction. The focus is on structure, organization, and the reality behind your plans. You might be revisiting goals you set earlier in the year or evaluating whether your current path aligns with your deeper ambitions. Work matters, deadlines, or personal responsibilities may surface, demanding that you follow through on something you've been meaning to finalize. While you're usually forward-looking, today asks you to deal with the practical side of things, the follow-up, the cleanup, the steady effort that transforms vision into results. The reward comes in the satisfaction of progress, not the thrill of novelty. Your relationships and personal mindset. This grounding energy can help you notice how you distribute your time and focus. You may realize that saying yes to too many people or projects has scattered your energy, and the solution lies in intentional boundaries. Taking time to plan, list, or structure your day will give you clarity and calm. A friend or loved one might also offer useful advice or insight that helps you see something from a more realistic angle. By the evening, a sense of quiet satisfaction can settle in as you start to feel momentum building against proof that consistency pays off. Your lucky colors are navy, cream, and red, and your lucky numbers are 2, 13, and 35.
Capricorn.
Capricorn today emphasizes progress through structure, asking you to look closely at the systems and habits you rely on daily. You might be feeling the weight of your responsibilities more than usual, but instead of letting that pressure drain you, it can actually sharpen your focus. Tasks that once felt scattered or overwhelming now present themselves as clear steps forward, manageable, achievable, one at a time. You may find yourself reorganizing your schedule, refining a plan, or putting a long-term goal back into motion after a period of delay. It's a strong day for tangible productivity, cleaning up unfinished work, dealing with money matters, or restoring order to something that's been left too long unattended. There's comfort in creating a sense of control again. and the satisfaction that comes from following through can carry you into the week ahead with renewed motivation. In your personal life, you might notice a subtle shift in how others respond to your presence. People are listening, looking to you for guidance or stability. Even if you don't realize it, your grounded approach inspires confidence in others right now. Conversations about shared goals or future plans may come up. And while you'll want to keep things practical, there's also room to open up emotionally if the connection feels secure. If something has felt uncertain, whether in relationships or career, today brings the clarity that allows you to make firm, reasoned decisions without regret. It's not about moving fast, it's about moving with purpose. By evening, you may feel proud of how far you've come simply by staying steady when things felt complicated. Your lucky colors are charcoal, emerald, and bronze, and your lucky numbers are 8, 22, and 34.
Aquarius.
Aquarius, the day carries a practical undertone that encourages you to bring structure to your ideas. While you're usually comfortable exploring possibilities and thinking ahead, this energy wants you to apply discipline and create something lasting out of your concepts. Work or personal projects may demand more time, but the effort you put in now will set the tone for long-term progress. You could find yourself reevaluating routines, digital habits, or professional boundaries that have been too loose lately. The clarity comes from narrowing your focus instead of chasing too many directions at once. The reward is a clear sense of traction, knowing that you're not just thinking, but actually building. This grounded energy supports you in creating consistency where there's been too much improvisation, and that alone can lead to meaningful breakthroughs. Emotionally, today highlights your relationships with others and how well collaboration works when everyone shares the same level of responsibility. You may be inspired to reconnect with someone who brings calm, or you might find yourself reflecting on how much you've matured and how you handle partnership dynamics. If misunderstandings arise, stay patient. Use this as a chance to strengthen understanding through calm, realistic dialogue rather than pulling away. Even in friendships or community work, you may notice that your ability to stay level-headed helps bring harmony to a situation that others find stressful. As the day closes, you'll likely feel grounded and mentally clear, ready to approach the next challenge with focus instead of distraction. Your lucky colors are sky blue, white, and graphite, and your lucky numbers are 3, 15, and 28.
Pisces.
Pisces, today calls for a return to structure and self-discipline, even if it feels a little unfamiliar at first. The universe is asking you to slow down and handle your practical affairs, finances, routines, or health habits that have been drifting. You may feel drawn to sort through clutter, get organized, or complete something that's been left hanging. There's a calm rhythm available if you lean into responsibility instead of resisting it. This day rewards consistency and patience. Even small steps, like paying attention to details, setting realistic goals, or keeping promises, can have ripple effects that boost your sense of confidence. The more you focus on stabilizing your environment, the more peace you'll find internally. In your emotional world, this energy may highlight where you've been too lenient with others or yourself. Setting clearer boundaries doesn't mean closing your heart, it means protecting your energy so you can give from a place of strength instead of exhaustion. A practical conversation about expectations could bring relief, especially if something has felt unbalanced in a relationship or at work. You might also find yourself reflecting deeply on what security really means for you and realizing that it's built one solid choice at a time. By nightfall, there's a quiet satisfaction in knowing you've handled what needed attention and cleared space for new beginnings. Your lucky colors are navy, cream, and sage, and your lucky numbers are 6, 11, and 33.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video for more daily star wisdom. Let me know your sign in the comments and how this day unfolds for you. I'll see you tomorrow for another celestial check-in. Thank you so much for watching.